First of all, I feel honored for this opportunity to present some of our talks, and it is a great pleasure to meet Tarek, because I have read almost all his work in brain and sepsis. So I'm really grateful to listen to his talk. So my problem is really solved because he emphasized that sepsis is also a part of brain. And this is a multi-institutional organization, and in which Department of Defense, Swedish Strategic Research Foundation, National Science Technological Center, US Air Force Research Laboratory, and European Office of Aerospace Research and Development, Swedish government, and many other organizations are working. I have to say that what I am speaking today is my personal view, and it has nothing to do with any organizations I am working with. Of course, we have problems, and I just put this great philosopher word, and that is self-explanation. It is a complete, you are more familiar than me because I am an experimental neurosepsis worker and not so much working in this area, but I have some thoughts. So these are the basic problems. In sepsis. And as you know, that sepsis is a great problem in war and even terror, as our French Director General of Health pointed out in the opening ceremony. So we have to think about that our military personnel are often involved in either hyperthermia, working at high environmental temperature in some of the Middle East countries, and also they are more susceptible to head trauma. So the point is that long ago it was established that sepsis can produce neuropathies, and Dr. Tarek has shown really that blood-brain barrier is one of the important parts of neurosepsis. So these are the points that you can see here, that this is the normal situation, this is the non-disruptive changes, and these are the disruptive changes in the blood-brain barrier that plays very important role. We feel that any kind of insults to the brain opens the barrier, and that is very important for the development of neurological diseases. So what we need to do, that we try to protect this barrier opening or membrane restoration by drugs. And I believe that this will also work in case of sepsis. I have my interest on blood-brain barrier since long. I did PhD in India, and I continue to work in this area. Why we consider endothelial cells more important than the neurons and glial cells? The reason is very simple, that they are very high in number and they are protecting neurons and glial cells. So we have first shown this in 2003 book where Dr. Milton Brightman has written a foreword because he is the inventor of the anatomical aspect of blood-brain barrier. As you can see here, the blood-brain barrier is connected, the endothelial cells, they are connected with tight junctions, and even 12 angstrom lanthanum cannot enter. So this is the real aspect of blood-brain barrier. And basically I am a neuropathologist, so I consider sepsis and its pathology in that. And I am trained by electron microscopist Professor Sharma in Germany. So you can say that there could be several kinds of sepsis can be classified. These are only textbook definitions. And these are the concepts of how blood-brain barrier can be understood or evaluated. And these are the work of Tarek, and he is showing that many neurotransmitters and many functions are altered. I need not go in details for explanation. So we just followed a model that is quite comprehensive and used by many laboratories. So we use LPS, but the point is that as you can see here also, that various aspects, catecholamines, cytokines, mediators, and autoregulations, all are affected. So we focus on these two things, that whether the same kind of bacterial challenge can be exaggerated when we have trauma or when we have hyperthermia. I am choosing these two aspects that is very common faced by our military in various parts of the world. And this is also, you can see that various brain circuits are involved. and this is from Tarek, and he emphasized on microglia. But microglia is very well studied. We also focus something on astrocytes, because these astrocytes are the regulators of blood-brain barrier and may have important function to maintain homeostasis in the CNS. This also is showing that many things are altered in sepsis, oxidative stress, astrogliosis. I'm very happy to see that, and neuron dysfunction. You have already heard, so I just go there. So these are some statistics that the number of deaths from sepsis is much more higher than cancer and other problems. The problem is antibiotic resistance, and that should be tackled. And recently, coming to nanoparticles or nanomedicine, this work I'm just quoted here, that they have infection-coated beads, and in rats, they really take out all the agents and rats become healthy. But whether it is possible in human cases or not, it requires further investigation. We used a multimodal compound called cerebrolizin. It is manufactured in Austria. It is a mixture of different kinds of immunotrophic factors like brain, neurons, glia, endothelial cells, and also active peptide fragments. We have tested in various models and found that it is quite neuroprotective in other models of traumatic brain injury, hyperthermia, and spinal cord injuries. We are working on nanomedicine, and we have a great supporter from former Arkansas governor, and we have submitted some work on nanomedicine on cerebrolizin, and to our, I should say, surprise, this National Innovation Summit in the United States has given us top 15% technological award different times. This is the recent one, and this is the second one, and there are also highlights on cerebrolizin and nanomedicine, and this we received this year. So we feel that we are working on nanomedicine of cerebrolizin or nanomedicine of any other drug in right direction, because the committee that chooses this award, they are from various aspects of organizations, military, scientists. So we tried this model of brain injury. This is concussive head injury, and that is quite common in our military personnels. So, and in this case, normally, if we have injury on right side, we have much more swelling on left side, because this is the counter-coup mechanisms are operating. You can see this picture that we have injured on right side, but the left side is much more fluid and edematous. So we prepare this nanomedicine, cerebrolizin, in two different aspects. Today I'm showing the aspect that nanospheres were leveled, injected by cerebrolizin, and you can see that there is a steady release over a long period of time. Then we are talking with another Nobel laureate, and he thinks that if we combine the small peptide fragments and co-administer, might be we have better neuroprotective aspects. But these things will come later. And also we met Ada Yunus, you know much more better than me. She worked on antibiotic resistance, and we feel, we have talked that maybe we should use nano delivery of antibiotic to improve or cut some of the resistance. These are experimental works going on. We have shown some aspects of nanomedicine in the recent book that is appeared this year, and the other one in pipeline in November it will be published. So we have a model of heat stress in which we try to have clinical conditions of hyperthermia, and rats were exposed to 4-hour heat at 38 degrees Celsius, and you can see the rise of temperature is quite linear here. There was a close correlation between opening of the blood-brain barrier and brain edema. The deep penetration by the Evans blue showing disruption of the blood-brain barrier in almost all parts of the brain. Now I want to show you something. When we did this studies in healthy animals, 3 and 5 milligram per kilogram, you can see that 5 milligram has most leakage of Evans blue and radioactive, right? Edema formation was greater, cerebral blood flow was reduced, and ischemia is the major part. Neuronal damages can be seen, and also astrocytic damages. When we have used nanowire delivered cerebrolizin, you can see that these things are significantly reduced. Cerebrolizin alone also does, but its effect is less, especially in higher doses. Then we used CHI, concussive head injury, and you can see here that this is the concussive hereditary control, and the all values after LPS administration were much higher and significantly greater. We have given nano delivery of cervolysin. We can still see that the values are reduced significantly. Cervolysin alone was not that effective, but still it is showing some significant reduction. Then we have used the hyperthermia, and you can see that heat stress was applied, and given LPS lower dose is 3 milligram, then we have significantly higher amount of blood-brain leakage, edema formation, much reduction in cerebral blood flow, and also the neuronal and glial changes. In this case, nano delivery of cervolysin is working better. Cervolysin alone has less significant effects. This is just an example to show you that our model is working. This is GFAP non-treated. This is treated with cervolysin, and this is treated with nano delivery of cervolysin. Here are the doses, 5 milligram, and these are neuronal damages, NUN, showing only damaged neurons, and cervolysin was able to prevent, but nanowire cervolysin has significantly reduced the neuronal damages. So on the basis of these observations, what we can say that exacerbation of brain pathology in sepsis is dependent on various kinds of other comorbidity factors. For example, traumatic brain injury or hyperthermia. We are also studying in case of diabetes and hypertension, but these results are not ready yet. So it is possible that probably we should try nano delivery of not only drugs but also antibiotics to see whether they are doing great. The question comes, why and how nano delivery of drug is doing better than the parent compound? We have written few reviews and also summarized chapters in the book. The idea is that the model that we are using, titanium dioxide nanowire, the drug can be localized in a scaffold, and they are so tiny that they can penetrate the endothelial cell membrane without damaging it. They can release their content inside the brain, extracellular or even intracellular microenvironment. And the other point is that when the drug is labeled there, they are less catabolized as compared to the free drug. These are the possibilities that why they are doing better when they are nano-labeled. This is just our supporters. These are our grant organizations, our colleagues across the world. I am from Uppsala University, and thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much. Is there any question? Could you consider any toxicity of these nanoparticles, especially when the brain is suffering?
This is one of the very important questions asked everywhere. We have to choose nanoparticles of different type, different size. They are innocuous with certain period of time. And we have chosen titanium dioxide nanowires because in the United States they are using for knee surgery. They put it, and even they have the cases of 3 or 4 years, they are not producing any toxicity. And the most important regarding nanowires is its size and the material. So we have also shown that silver, copper and aluminium, if they are smaller in size, they are damaging more. But in our hand, and also a paper published in Germany, the titanium dioxide nanowires given in very high doses in mice, it's 50 milligram per kilogram for 1 week. It did not damage the brain or liver cells. So at the moment we are using on titanium dioxide nanowire because this has a US patent as well. So, but of course, each nanowire has its own potential to damage. In our hand, up to 6 months, they are innocuous to the brain.
Thank you very much. Tarek?
Thank you very much for your talk. I have one question: how you can target specifically the brain with nanoparticle, and because it should go to other organs also that can, we know that sepsis can be associated with multiple organ failure, liver, heart, and kidney. How you will specifically target the brain and not having some side effects on other organs?
That's a very good question. Actually, any drug that is given systemically, it's not only target particularly brain, it targets all over the body, all functions. So what we believe that these are given intravenously. In some cases we have applied topically. In some cases even we have infused intracerebroventricularly. And in all these cases, since we are concerned with brain, so what we see is the effect on the brain. But of course we have not studied the liver, spleen and other organs. Maybe there it is protecting there as well, but
Yeah.
we have no idea.
Okay, thank you very much.